Day. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. And the Green Bay Packers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Lock. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Lock's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 4. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Lock. Flush to his right. And a throw there going to be.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Spencer. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And give them a gain of 37.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey takes it in from a yard out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you somewhere along the way the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Packers nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Rodgers with the handoff.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
He was brought down by...
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense? What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Rodgers with the handoff to...
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
26.
Snap comes at 1. Over the middle, he hits Austin.
Rodgers pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
43 is the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run. See y'all going.
2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, 88.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Here as he's taken down.
Aaron Rodgers
barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The set to return it is Deontay Spencer. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Locke. Incomplete.
Locke's pass. Thrown away and incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Austin. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him? And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
7, Packers nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action. Ready for the third quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Check. Roll right. Roll right. Roll right. Jim. Zoom. Jim, right.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
Gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Now after the false start, here's second and 7. After the penalty, it's Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, it's Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll go with Jones. And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
And he stopped immediately there. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a The throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. That's complete. Akue-Bunam. 7 yards the pick up there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He's not going to get me. Check 26.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch tight end. Hey, you out there. Hey, watch that zoom. Watch number 33. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. 43 is the Mike, boy. 43.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock. This is Hamler on the receiving end. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. From the gun, block. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Block. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, it really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches. I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
It don't matter.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 28-0. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Wow. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take
the former Missouri Tiger Locke will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Amos on the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9, Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Locke. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Locke throwing complete here to Judy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
Locke going to throw. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos.
Complete to Noah Fant.
Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
For the extra point.
And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
6-yard line.
Let's get off the field. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Rodgers pass. Complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
At the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
43, Lynn. 43 is the mic. Check right, check right. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Hey, get in the way with it. Run. 43 is the mic. Back north. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check there.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And this one's incomplete. And this one too low.
Scantling. Incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
43. Check. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Not today, you are. Not today. Inside. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I'm here all day.
From the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. But now it's 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Aaron Jones.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
A 26-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Broncos 7, Packers nothing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Spencer. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
6 yards.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
March 43. March 43. Come on, baby. Stand 300. Stand 300. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Hey, check 26. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 43 is the mic.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. 43 is the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. 50. Hey, you block over here. 43 is the mic.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
It's a gain of 48 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
On first down, Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Lining up for the
that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 17-3.
Packers 3. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 20.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Rodgers will try again on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Watch 36 to my 50. Here we go. Mike 36.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Rodgers throwing after the interception. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Not much there, only a yard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 17-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Crosby with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10.
The kickoff for Green Bay.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Yeah. Zoom. Next one.
Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
36. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 30.
Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
36. Line 36. Drop deep. 36 to Mike. Watch the screen. 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Switch it. Check 3. Check. Jump out. Over here.
On third down, Jones. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
That's good.
It'll be a pickup of just 2. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Check. 43. Let's go, defense. It's out of time. 43's the mic.
To throw, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
All day, every day. Get 300.
On first down, Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Hey, 26. 43 is the mic. 43 is the
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Line 36. Line 36. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Run a 50. Hey, you block over here. Exit.
Snap comes at 1. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Green Bay Packer. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and goal.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Line 36. Line 36. Watch the slip. Watch the slip again.
On second and goal, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot. Watch the shoot. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check your hot read. Slam.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis taking it in. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Broncos take over first
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Broncos first down.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. To throw again. Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, it, but they'll say it's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Spencer. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Philip Lindsay, the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Locke, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to make it a 2-score game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
Goes 27. Packers 17.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Rodgers now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy. 40 yards. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
26. 36. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Inside.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Rodgers pass.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Duke Dawson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll actually throw it with Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, 31 yards. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Jim. 36 to Mike. Let him know.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a score closer. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Locke going to throw it here. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, take 26. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A very solid gain of 27.
For a Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike, Mike, 50. Hey, you block over here. Watch 36.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Green Bay Packer. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a two-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful two-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.